Wait, I don't know if I'm like ready to do this.
Good, my nigga?
It's her show and she's the one nervous. We hear like...
I'm not nervous. It's just like, can I fucking talk for that long
What
right
do you
now?
usually talk about?
No, okay, I'm just gonna like...
Because I don't know you,
intro.
so who are you?
Okay, so I usually, well, when it's my podcast, it's really about shedding light on others, people's stories. Like, I started doing this because I wanted to create content that wasn't centered around myself. Like my vlogs and videos that have to do with my fitness routine, my morning routine, so on and so forth. And I just feel like I come across a lot of people who are doing really cool things and who are creating really great empires and have a great vision. And so I just want to, even though my platform is smaller than most, I feel like the people I do have watching me are loyal and they really care about what I have to say and the people I bring on my channel. So I just want to share what people are doing, people who have more of a vision than anyone else I see in like Connecticut or Brooklyn or where have you, like just the drive that inspires me to like even want to share you guys, you know?
Yeah, I love that. This is actually pretty fitting. I didn't know. You just sent me the thing and I was like, whatever like you need, like yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's actually pretty dope.
Yeah, it is. And I love how selfless it is. It's because it's like not just about you. It's about showcasing other people. And that is aligned with what we're building because it's not just about us. I mean, we're a part of it. We're a main component of it. But it is about showcasing other people's light. So I like this.
Yeah, it's very fitting.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I'll let you guys take the floor. Whoever wants to introduce themselves first to the people.
Okay. I forgot we were shooting the whole time. Okay.
I didn't know we were shooting the whole time.
Me neither.
That's what I'm talking about, the conversations that would have already been had.
Oh, all right.
So we haven't started yet.
Have we started?
Have we started that?
We've started.
Oh. All right.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Hey guys.
I'm Diamond.
I'm Lydia.
And we're the founders of Pothos Beauty.
Yeah, Pothos Beauty, and welcome to our home.
This is our beautiful home. We live
It's
in
amazing.
Bushwick, Brooklyn.
We just got here 3 months ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It seems so lived in already. Like it
Really?
gives me, it gives you, especially, I feel like it like has to be the plants though. Like they're just so alive. They give off so much.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like live here, we work here, so we wanted to make it feel like home. Like the boxes were ready to go in like 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
We did not live in these boxes. Like most people, like we have friends who tell us when they move, like I've been living out of box for 6 months.
For a year.
What do you mean? What box?
We've seen it too.
Like that's not it. What you mean? A week?
I've never done that. I'm so excited. I'm like, I'm gonna organize.
You gotta like. You just moved, right?
I'm always moving.
Where did you move from?
I just moved from. I was homeless for 6 months, and then I moved in with my mom, into a 1-bedroom for like most of the quarantine from like March until. I believe when did I move into this place? Like September. So I moved in, then we moved into a 2-bedroom in Norwalk.
Okay.
So that's where I am now. I've never lived in Norwalk before. I'm originally from Queens, moved to Stamford, lived there for the majority of my life, and now I'm in Norwalk. But yeah, I lived in 11 places in 7 months, had my shit packed in my car, a bunch of stuff in storage, and moved with my dogs, like Airbnbs. I had places to stay, but that's if I gave up my dogs, and I couldn't do that.
That must have been.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
That hits me different because it makes me think about. I love those true stories, and it's like people have their distance travel. They have like things that they do and how they get to where they are today. You just never know. But that's the beautiful part about meeting people.
Yeah.
That you stopped me to take a picture when I didn't want to take a picture, and then now we're like sitting on this couch talking about life. It's really crazy.
It is. No, it really is. Who would have thought? And then you're in the same shirt.
Yeah, I had to put it on because this is her favorite shirt, so you know I had to put it on for her. I just had to put on my Tupac shirt. Look a little slouch. It's okay.
All right, but back to the intro. So you guys have been here for 3 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. November 5th will be 3 months.
Yes. We moved in August 5th. Yeah, 3 months.
Yeah, 3 months. So
was it hot? I feel like time has flown by. Like I cannot believe it's October.
What is time? Time is
what
elusive.
What is 2020?
Time is elusive. Was it hot?
Yeah, I'm like, what happened in August? I wasn't even here.
The thing is that we
were locked up.
Drove across the country.
Yeah.
We drove. All right, box.
Let's go.
We drove across the country. You guys, there's just like this box settling in.
No, that's like fully alive. I've never seen nothing happen like that.
I really don't like that.
Okay,
so we moved across the country.
From where?
From Texas. So I really can't. Sorry.
I moved from Virginia. She moved from Texas.
Yeah.
And we drove here.
She came down and like stayed with me.
In Texas.
Yeah, and then
but at least ended before hers.
Mhm. So instead of her just like staying with her friends there, she's like, "Can I stay with you?" And we're like, "Yeah."
Because we had to come here, get apartments, get everything looked up, the neighborhoods and stuff like that. So we had to do a lot of back and forth. I was like, I'm just gonna come stay with you.
And that was cool. Yeah. That was like
where'd you guys
about a month. Oh, we're internet friends. So we've been
up until recently,
right? So we met on LinkedIn.
So cool.
We met on Greg's list.
Correct. On Greg's list? You mean
Greg?
No, we met Greg's list. What is that? Who is Greg?
Well, people like you and I.
So yeah, we were on LinkedIn. And so I had a job where I was recruiting for these projects, and every time I tell the story, it's so funny. Oh, I can't believe
she was working with scammers.
Yeah, they were professional scammers. Like, I'm telling you, this company, I can't say the name because I'm still in the NDA, but like they were professional scammers, and our job basically was to find experts who worked at other companies to get insight, to then give them information, to have those people line up with major firms that needed the insight so they could do market research. That's not what they told me my job was going to be, but that's besides the point.
So you don't violate your non-compete.
Yeah. Because you're a former. So I was in this project. It wasn't even my project. I was bored. At this point, I knew I was going to leave the job anyways because I hated this place. They tried to scam me, and I moved all the way to Texas for a scam. This is crazy. So then I was just in the thing, and I found somebody else's project, and I was like, I'm going to work on this. It was not my project. I had my own work to do.
I didn't even know that. Or like recently.
I decided that I was just going to be in somebody else's shit. And I was like, there is no black people or women that they're trying to recruit to talk about this. Fuck this. So I go on LinkedIn, and the first black face that shows up is hers. So I was like, Lidia, all right, bomb. I'm going to call her. So then we set up time to talk, and the entire time that we're talking, mind you, we're both in our offices at our jobs, in their cubicles on their phones, talking about how much we hate this place and we hate tech. And this is bullshit.
Oh
yeah.
We never talked about the project. I just filled out the information for her. And then I left a week after I quit my job
and
to
I
go
never
start a new
took
job.
an assignment with them.
Yeah, bullshit.
Wait, so how long ago was this?
Last September. So it's been about a year. And then we talked on the phone just about every single day.
We just exchanged phone numbers.
Yeah.
Started talking, texting, got to know each other.
Then it turned into video chatting for 9 hours a day. You would have thought this was my man.
Yeah, we were co-working together.
We were co-working. Yeah. And
co-living.
We didn't meet each other. And we, like, held each other down through COVID. Like, in the beginning of quarantine, because we were both alone.
Yeah.
Like, she was in Virginia, I was in Texas. And we're both two single women who live alone. So we would, like, fall asleep on the phone.
Like, no man, no dog in sight.
No,
like,
nothing. We got no movement in the house.
Us.
Just us in our empty-ass apartments.
I could not.
And then The thing is, you don't know. Like, we never depicted that. Like, we were two social butterflies who lived independently. We never saw us having to be forced into our homes.
That was crazy.
So, yeah. And then I got stuck in Connecticut, and she was there with me through that journey because they were driving me crazy. So I talked to her every day, and it lightened up the blow to the point that she basically became a family member through the fucking phone. Everyone knew Lydia because she was always on FaceTime with me. Oh my God. And then we didn't meet until we came in June, around June 23rd, right before your release ended.
Yeah.
We met. She picked me up from the airport, and that's where we met. But it didn't feel like nothing new. Like, she got out the car, she went to go pee. I got her driver's seat. She peed. She came back. We started driving, and then that was that. We slept in the same bed for like 3 weeks.
Like, no hug?
No, we like, oh my God, hey, we just got in. And then we lived our lives. It was not weird.
Like, I gotta go pee.
And then she left maybe for 3 days, and transparently, since July, we pretty much have been together every single day.
July 8th,
yeah. And it's like remarkable.
That's
I would have never thought, because I don't like people like that.
Yeah, coming like from like us living separately and then always been like on the go to like having to live with someone else and like build a business.
Yeah.
And like co-work all the time. Now it's like no longer on the phone. It was quite an adjustment.
Yeah. Oh, it was an adjustment, yeah.
But it's good because like it forced us to learn about each other and like fill each other's holes. So it's like, that's her thing. That's like her thing. I get this, but like sometimes we can communicate this way. Like it helped us to learn about each other.
Yeah. It's like, it's really interesting because in this journey for us, when we build this business, and it's completely aligned to what we're building, you have to choose.
Yeah.
I have to choose her every day.
Mm-hmm. That's a choice.
Like, this cannot be built without the other person. So it's like, when you get mad, you literally have to choose that person every day. So it's like a prerequisite to marriage.
No, it
really is.
A business partnership is like, I feel like maybe a little bit about marriage.
No, it is. It is. And it's like, it really teaches you about blindly choosing someone.
And putting faith and trust in someone.
Like, if I make a decision that affects my life, it affects hers.
Yeah.
If she makes a decision that affects her life, it affects me. There is no... Everything is not... It's not a me, it's a we thing. Right. And that's adjustment, because when you have two independent people who travel the globe, we do everything independently. Now, we share everything.
Right.
Yeah.
It's about compromise.
Wait, I never thought I would share everything of me.
Yeah.
Like, we share everything. It's really wild, but it's easy. And sometimes it's not.
We always like joke around because we always say like, how come it can't be like easy for the other aspects of our life? And I think it was so simple with us because we were already walking in the same path. We just didn't know each other. So when we met, it was just like, oh, lit. Yeah. We could hold each other's hand, and just walk in the same path now. I think that's what made it easier. It wasn't like one was dragging the other one, one was trying to convince the other one. So it was a good alignment.
Yeah, it was like, we're already doing the same thing. That's why I was like, the FaceTime calls worked so much, because we're like, all right, I'm on the go, I'm about to do this, I'm on the go, I'm about to do this, all right, what's up, girl?
You don't have to drag somebody along with you to live their lives or to take adventures. But the cool thing about it is, like, you always have, even though we're very brave people, we do have those moments where we have to stand at the fence and there's fear. But because you have somebody else, you cannot fear that thing, because if it's something for the greater good to push the business or the whole purpose ahead of time, it's not just about you. And it's really cool because when we have those moments where things are hard and we're scared, and the other person is 99% of the time sitting there like looking at you, it gives you courage. It gives you courage, and we help each other like break down all of our barriers and our walls. We cry a lot.
Be that mirror.
The mirror. So it's like when it's hard, you have the other person to grab your hand and say like, it's scary too, but at least we're not going alone. Shit, like it helps a ton. Like I never really thought about it and how grateful I am to have that in my life.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's like there's like comfort in that companionship, like knowing that you're never alone in this journey. Because I don't know if you felt the same way, but like for a Black woman, like going into business, especially for yourself, was like such a scary thing. They just always taught us, go get a job, go get the 6 figures, and then you get there and you're like, this is some bum shit. Like, I don't want this. I don't know if
just like that. It is bum shit. Bummery.
I was like, you mean to tell me I gotta ask for like a 6-week vacation for labor, for maternity? Like, I can't live my life like that. What, because I'm in tech, I got like my degree and all that stuff. It's just like, it wasn't meant for us. And then we were always the ones to create society. We were always the ones that like saw the bullshit in a lot of spaces. And then it's just like to have somebody, to find the other person who sees the bullshit like you do too, is like, that's when it was like, oh fine, like I can go on this journey with you then, because you understand this. So like, even if we have like disagreements, even if we have like arguments, it's like, you're my purpose mate, like we gotta figure this shit out.
Right. That's
so it helps you like grounded.
And you can't be mad for too long.
No,
because they live right next to you.
We gotta talk about this.
It's like you let each other be mad for certain hours, but like once we get past like that half-day threshold and that person's being weird, like first of all, our doors don't lock.
Right.
So it's like you just turn the knob and it's like, what is wrong with you? And it's a lot of those comments. What's wrong with you? And it's like, well, and then but it's when you look back at it, it's you choose that person every day and you hear your door open and you mad as fuck at this person. You do not fuck with them today, but you just like they open the door. What's wrong with you?
You know she's a Scorpio. Emotional people.
Don't get me started on your Sagittarius ass, but continue.
Yeah, I think I'm a Leo through and through because I don't know about anyone's sign except for mine.
Fire.
Self-absorbed.
Fire.
Right? Leos. It's the Leo's world. It's nobody else's, right? Don't you remind you of some people? Well, I don't know about nobody else, right?
This is young conversation.
Right?
The Sags, the Scorpios, I'm like, whatever that means to y'all.
I
don't know what that means.
We're in Scorpio season, so let's watch out, y'all. Okay. Let's move safely. You never know. Continue.
All right. So what is Pothos Beauty? Am I pronouncing it right? Pothos Beauty? Okay.
Yeah, we like when people get it right because they start going around saying Pothos. I don't know where they get that from. I can't read.
No.
Anyway, they be like Pothos Beauty.
It reminds me of psychology.
Interesting.
How so?
Is it when they were talking about the different types of egos that you can trigger in a person? It's like ethos, pathos.
Interesting. I didn't even see that. But that aligns.
Ethos, pathos. I didn't.
And there's one more, right?
Yeah. I know what she's talking about.
That's interesting because it aligns.
It's like the emotional, the
logical one.
Yeah.
And the emotional one.
Excuse me, y'all. All yawning, all ugly.
Who yawns cute though?
It was like I felt my joke.
You look like Kyra for a minute.
Oh, it's ethos, pathos, and logos.
Yes.
Oh, it's spelled the same way?
So, yeah.
Pathos, we had no idea.
Pathos is emotions and feelings. Ethos is credibility and ethics. And logos is logic
and
emotions and feelings.
Ooh, that goes with our vibe.
That does. All right, so where do we begin? We can talk about Pothos all day. Pothos Beauty is an inclusive beauty and wellness marketplace. And for those of you who don't know what a marketplace is, it essentially is a retailer that sells from multiple vendors. So we're inclusive, and what that means is not just inclusivity of skin, it's inclusivity of all things.
Yeah.
Our focus is to change the narrative. One, provide a platform for conscious consumers, but to change the narrative around like how we see beauty. So like beauty is more than just like the face of products or like makeup. Mm-hmm. It really dives in deep to like your human celebration, your human uniqueness, like who you are. Like it, you know, inclusivity talks about inclusion of all things. So like the different species of plants, like how do we work in harmony with our existence? And that's what we're celebrating here, and that's what we're doing, like building a place that doesn't just tolerate people, but celebrates them, and like shows the uniqueness of everyone. So we're not creating silos for different groups of people. We're creating one space for everybody, and making sure that everyone is represented. Yeah. So it's really fun to build, and like Lidia has her perspectives too on how she sees it, but it's like in line with our individual purposes.
Yeah. I think coming from like tech, this is a lot of the things that we talked about, is we didn't feel celebrated in our roles, just like our existence in that space in general. So we wanted to create a space or a community where you're celebrated for what you bring forward, rather than like what I ask of you or how I want you to be. So we created this community with it being human in the center front of the whole company. It's the whole mission. We wanted to make an impact, not just globally or environmentally, but like on people, because once we heal people, we heal generations to come. So we wanted to create a society from a very healed place, and that's where mental wellness comes into play, because beauty is being well within. It's being wholesome. So that's how I see it. I know Diamond grew up being like a child model, and then she has like her own experience, lived with having the lack of like diversity and like makeup and all beauty lines.
Oh girl.
But
Connecticut,
it's
Fairfield County, it done killed me. I had to come back.
Yeah, it's a lot growing up in Fairfield County. It's very white.
I was with the riding boots. The riding boots.
What is that?
Riding boots? You've never worn riding boots?
Riding boots?
Yeah, like the ones for like riding
the
horses.
bikers?
No, she said to ride a horse.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought y'all was bikers.
What are they called? Esquire.
Yeah, I don't know.
I forgot what they call.
You're asking the African one?
Oh, you have riding boots on? Oh, the hunter boots?
They had me whitewashed out here, sister. Like when I tell you, like I was begging my mom for some riding boots.
Let me see.
You was really out there.
Out there,
I
like
grew up
that.
in Bridgeport.
Out there, no. I grew up in Stanford.
Well, I grew up in Bridgeport, so that was not a part of my. I do have some like that from Ralph Lauren though. That they were gifted to me. That I have never worn. I'm going to wear them though.
Like would save up my little middle school ass money. I don't know where I was getting money from. Save up my money to get a fucking blowout every week. Not sweat in gym, not do nothing, so I can have straight fucking hair like all the white girls.
I had a lot of my friends that said the same thing. They grew up in America.
See, and that's why, like, you know, building Pothos Beauty is so important.
Yep.
Because we want people to be celebrated for who they are. And, like, if you want to augment yourself, like, we celebrate that too. Yeah. Whatever it means for you to feel good, right? Let's normalize conversations around sex. Let's normalize conversation around, like, male, like, using skincare. Let's normalize the conversation around cooking. Like, let's normalize the conversation about art. Like, all those things are encapsulated in what beauty means. We live in Brooklyn, y'all. It's loud all the time, right? So like that's like one of our goals of like our major goal is like building a society that is finally inclusive, like not talking about it, not building silos within, but building a society that not only includes everybody but gives a fuck about people. So what's awesome about what we're doing is we're mission focused. So not only are we building this community and building this hype in the society around how do we celebrate each other, how do we talk to each other, like there's going to be like lives and podcasts and conversations and events involving like music, but more importantly, a major component of our business is money coming back from what is being sold to rebuild the infrastructure of society.
Yeah.
So we are taking it upon ourselves to refund the things that are necessarily for a greater business. So we believe that there are businesses that do good, but we believe that there are not enough businesses that are like really cracking down and taking the responsibility to build the infrastructure of society.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing.
Because a lot of like, if you think about it, a lot of the social impact companies, they pick issues about the environment as if we don't have any human issues going on. And it's just like, and it's really sad because I was so excited to work with them in the past, but like I noticed a lot of them were just like greenwash. We care about the environment, and it was just like, okay, are you ever gonna speak on the other issues? It just became like a marketing.
I mean, the product of the environment being the way it is us, right?
We
did this, right? When
so we have to fix it.
When we have wars, what does that do to our earth, you know?
Exactly.
When we aren't conscious enough to farm, what does that do to us? When we're, you know, so disconnected from nature and each other as humans, as human beings, we keep getting farther. We want more money, more technology. Then we create the environmental problems when we're not starting with where the problems stem from.
Yeah.
Us,
literally us. We were in quarantine and like she's been thriving. Like Mother Nature's been like.
It's so sad though because we don't see it that way, and like, but that's why we're building the way that we're building is because we're starting with us. We're starting with like your mental wellness. We're starting with your body. We're starting with all the things that essentially celebrate you being a human. Those components, talking about them, normalizing them, bringing harmony, and also giving back. Cause like, let's look at money, right? You look at money. Money is what in exchange for your time. What is time in exchange for your energy? So where are you putting your dollars? Where are you putting your energy? Where are you expending yourself? You don't even realize you just spent yourself. So now we got to go back.
Yeah.
And now, but we're also taking your money that you gave us for the same things you were already going to buy, making sure those companies meet a certain metric of what they're supposed to be doing on this planet, and then rebuilding the areas that need to be rebuilt.
Yeah.
Because if we don't do it, who's going to?
Don't know if we mentioned it, but like the products we intend on carrying are clean products, clean beauty. So they do have a certain level and standards that they do have to pass by. We believe that it is our commitment to our environment to at least do our part by representing clean brands that have a positive impact on human skin and the environment.
Right.
Yeah.
It's pretty rad.
I love the page too. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
It's got so many beautiful faces.
And that's like what we want to keep representing is that unique. That's one of the reasons why we moved to New York.
Yeah.
The diversity. There's nowhere else in the world like it.
Yeah.
So we like, by even looking through our windows, we get an everyday inspiration because we get to see so many different people, so many different perspectives, so many distance travels and journeys. And we want to celebrate that. So like our panel and our lives or whatever we build in our community will also involve the community so that they can share their stories because they're real. Right. We should not keep sharing facades. We should share the truth because we're all connected.
Yeah.
We just got to share it.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to build it. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's really fun. And like the cool thing, and Lydia, I don't know if you agree.
I disagree.
You don't even know what I just said. But damn. Right? We're a fast growth startup. And we filed our LLC in June, and then we took a small break, about a month and a half, off to move and to live. So technically our business really started kicking up August. And since August to now, we've expanded from 2 people to 10 people who have their hands on working with it.
So what is like, especially during quarantine, and just because I want your perspective from 2 women who have just started a brand of their own, like what is your morning, and you guys live together, so morning to night, top to bottom, what's going on?
Princess Lydia?
So we wake up whatever time our body looks up. But we do have a rule that we don't talk to people before 10 a.m. So this is your time to meditate, read a book, do whatever you gotta do to get yourself together.
Does that include each other?
We can talk to each other if we want to, but most times we don't.
We really don't. We just do our own
The
thing.
rule's pretty like, if you're breaking the rule, it better be necessary.
Like,
right.
But even if we're scheduling meetings, they do not come before 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They may hit 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's very like we don't.
Yeah, we want the mornings to ourselves because who are you to get into my head that early?
Before I got into my own head.
Exactly.
That is such fucking truth.
Like, just imagine.
When do you get on your phones? I'm curious.
Like, so our days, we've gotten to the point in the journey where like our days differ.
Yeah.
Because we have a really good internal system that everything is extremely organized and everything is automated and connected. So if she's working on something or I'm working on it, we can see each other live when they're working on it. And if it's pressing, then we'll press the other door. But like, Lydia, you can tell your morning and then I'll tell mine and we can see where those points connect.
Yeah.
And that's all about to change a little bit because we have staff now.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Like I was saying, so 10 a.m. Well, like I wake up in the morning. Sometimes like I wake up like super early. Some days I wake up super late. So it really just depends. I meditate, pray, stretch, and then read. Sometimes depends. And then if I have like calls or like breakfast, and I would just get out here and then do my work and all that stuff. And it just depends. Like Mondays I don't work. That's like my nature there. I would just go out. But like calls, catch up with emails, talk to people, and then sometimes we just go out to the city and like do market research and stuff like that. But it's just like very flexible. Like in the afternoon, sometimes work out. Been terrible with that. Around like 7 p.m. is like my favorite time. Like that's when like my body kind of just winds down.
Mm-hmm.
Start playing music, start cooking my meal for the night. Usually that's the time like we connect to because she cooks the runners times too.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that it's just like wind down. My phone goes to like do not disturb around like 8 p.m. ish, and then it's my night. Recap.
Nobody ever asks us. We just do it. So this is interesting. We don't work on Mondays.
Yeah.
Like Pothos Beauty is closed on Mondays.
Yeah.
But we are allowed to do things like market research, and that usually consists of leaving the house and going and looking at competitors in the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
Or doing something like there may be an interview or we're just chatting. Usually not much. Like that day is yours.
Like
or sometimes
stuff.
we hang out. Like on Mondays we'll like go catch something in the city, or like go shopping, or we'll like Mondays is the day we like hang out. Most times we are still working in some facet, but it's still cool because like market research means like going to other brands and just hanging out there.
Yeah.
And we like get lunch and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
My morning starts at roughly I wake up between 6:45 and 7:30 without an alarm. I don't use alarms.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to be frightened out of my sleep. So I wake up whenever my body tells me to, and it's usually around like 6:30 and 7:30. And then the first thing I do is I wake up and I say, I'm grateful for getting up today because I could have died, but I didn't. So I get up and I usually go straight into meditation. Like before I even move my body, I'll just like usually drop into like an hour-long meditation or 30 minutes, it depends. Then I get out of meditation and I still don't get out of my bed. I start reading, and I read something that is either going to teach me about love or teach me about love for myself, and that's how I start my day. And then I get up after 30 minutes of reading, tell the whole internet what I'm reading that day, put my quotes up on the internet to like get myself together, but also to get everybody else on the right track before 8 o'clock comes, because people be out here bugging out before 8 o'clock. Don't call me with that. And they all know, all my friends know, my friends and followers, don't call me before 10 o'clock. I won't answer you. And then I get up and I stretch because I'm tall, so I have to like stretch my body out. or I literally can't use it. Then I come out here, I take my greens.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I take my greens, and then I usually, if it's sunny, I'll just like sit on the couch.
Yeah.
And then I'll make breakfast, and then I'll go take a walk. Almost every day I take a walk. I try my best, and then I come back and I work. So whether that means I am on a call with a vendor, or lately I haven't been handling vendor stuff, but Lydia's been doing that. I've been like really focused on onboarding the new people and making sure those systems work. So talking to them and building out, like, maybe there's a mishap in the system, that like a gap that is gonna cause a major issue down the line.
Right.
I don't have time for down the line issues. So I spend the time fixing that, making sure all of our systems work correctly, making sure that everything is like smooth sailing.
Yeah, she's really good with that.
I enjoy making systems that work, because I don't like when things don't work.
Yeah, or things like arise when it could have been taken care of.
Yeah, and we build from a point of like, as an entrepreneur, it's really important that build your foundation with the foresight of scalability.
Absolutely.
Because if we didn't build with the foresight of scalability, we would have never been able to go from 2 to 10 people in 1 month.
Yeah.
Right.
It would literally crash, but it doesn't crash. So that's what my day usually looks like, and then I work until I'll stop around like 4. Then I'll come out here because I really like 4 o'clock. Like the 4 o'clock hour is like beautiful. So I come out here, and sometimes I'll like light work, or make food again, and then I usually see her around 5, and then we'll talk. Usually strategizing or like catching up about some crazy fuck shit that happened that day. Girl, let me tell you, it's like recapping of all our meetings.
Yeah.
Then we usually make, it's odd, but we make dinner at the same time. It's really weird. We don't say, all right, let's make dinner. We just start cooking at the same, like we'll use the stove together at the same time. And it's not planned.
Separate
meals. Because she's a flexitarian. She's a fake vegan.
Well, I gotta be fake.
I'm a meat eater.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I say flexitarian.
She flexes. Like sometimes she'll eat meat.
Yeah.
She'll never eat bird.
It would never be chicken. Yeah.
It would never be chicken. So we usually cook at the same time. And then Lydia will stop working, but I have a problem. I start working in the night, like late, and I'll work up until 10, 11. But it's only times where I admire her that she'll stop, but like sometimes there's something that comes to my mind. She knows how I get in my engineering mode where like I literally have to build it now, like right now. Yeah. And then I'll stop when I have to, but then I'd be mad that I'd be tired the next day. But the system works, right? The system will work, and we'll need it, and it'll work out. So that's pretty much what our days look like. I try to explore once a week. Because the exploration helps me like visualize new things for the business. And I try to connect with people that have nothing to do with Pothos Beauty, because you'll get a lot of insight on what you could build, and they don't realize that they're telling you. Or I'll like try to catch up on my emails, usually on Thursdays or Fridays. Like I get a lot of DMs on LinkedIn. So I try to like just keep up with those. And I don't know how we're going to manage it as we scale, but it's very important that I don't take away my access to people who need it. Right. Like younger entrepreneurs. I never want to be the person where they're intimidated to email me. Right. Because there were people that answered me when I needed them. Right. Yeah. We wouldn't even be friends if people didn't answer their DMs. Like, it's imperative that if you're going to build something, you make yourself available within constraints. Yeah. To be there for other people. So when I hear about other younger female founders reach out to me and they're like, I need advice, like, what are your thoughts? I answer them. May not answer them right away, and I'm sorry if I haven't gotten back to you, but I will get back to you and figure out what we can do, because there were people that were there for me, and there are people there that are for us. Now, people are helping. Yeah. They don't want anything in return. They just want to see it be built. Yeah. So that's my that. Yeah. I'm so. That will cost so much money.
Yeah, the fact that we have a team that they truly believe in this mission from a very young age, you know, to us it's like, wow, like you believe in this because it is for us. Like it's not just you and I. It's literally by us. This is for the community, about our stories. So to have somebody believe in your mission, to like want to help you succeed, it's amazing.
It's surreal.
Yeah.
It's really surreal. Like even doing this interview right now is surreal. I haven't processed it yet.
I'm so glad you guys are here, and I'm so glad we connected.
Yeah, likewise.
There's gonna be like many of these in the future, and I can't wait to see you guys grow.
Oh, thank you.
I'm really excited.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for sharing energy with me.
Yeah, of course. And welcome to our home. Yes. She's the first person we let in the interview in our home.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because we know it's something that is gonna come with what we're doing. So this was a big leap for us.
Yeah.
To even, because we don't allow anyone in.
Yeah. Thank you.
Protect your energy, y'all. No, I'm so happy you came.
Yeah.
I really, really am. This is good. This was very natural.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just want people to hear people like how they would be. You know, not like microphone in your face, not like I'm giving you the questions beforehand.
I actually don't like that. I don't like when we get questions beforehand.
I'm an overthinker. I'm like, did I cover enough? I've got like 5 bullet points here. I'm gonna talk for longer. It's like, no, just talk to me.
Right?
Yeah, just talk to me.
Yeah, I don't like that either. We did a podcast earlier today, and I love it because she asked no question. They asked nothing prior to us getting on. So all of our answers were just like, well, you asked really good questions.
Yeah.
Because we spend so much time together. We don't really, other than virtually talking to other people, we don't really talk to people.
Yeah.
We always asking them about them.
Yeah.
And when you ask us, it's like, we do have a routine.
Yeah.
Didn't even know.
I'm forgetting about that.
You know what's crazy is I have had my oldest dog for 7 years, and when I ask you guys about your routine, because I don't ask everyone the same thing, you know, so when I ask you guys about your routine, I don't think I've ever asked anyone about their routine on the podcast. I was like, in the past 7 years, I have woke up not waking up. Like, y'all just wake up for yourselves. Like, I got 2 babies. I got 2 dogs. Like,
I used to have a dog.
Like, it's
Cairo.
It's crazy to think about that. Like, I always gotta wake up for them. You know? I wonder what my routine would be like without dogs.
It wouldn't be, because that's why you have them. It's a part of your purpose. Like, I had a dog, past tense. He is still alive. Shannon owns him. You could put a picture of him up here because she told me that I looked like Cairo earlier. And it was on the video. But Cairo used to drive me crazy, even though he's so precious. But you do have to wake up for somebody else. And here, we literally wake up for ourselves, and we also allot time. Just like this morning, I woke up, I was like ready to go. I was rested. I had a great sleep after this week of hell. But I had a great sleep last night.
You know.
And then I was... And then I got tired right after meditation and just passed out. But because we know that there is nothing to do past 10:30, there was room for me to fall back to sleep. Right. I woke up like, what the fuck? But then I was like, oh my god, I haven't missed the interview. No, we still have like an hour and a half to go. It was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I love this. And all their links will be down below. Follow
Check us
them.
out. Buy merch. We'll give you a coupon code.
Vibe with us.
Yes.
Be a part of the
whatever
community.
you wanted to name it. We'll talk about that, but we'll give you a coupon code. So you guys can use your coupon code.
Right,
you can take a percentage off the merch store, and then we'll let you guys have it. So that way all of your viewers can take a percentage off of when the store is live.
And if you want to be a part of our What Does Beauty Mean to You campaign,
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Gladly join us.
Just drop your email
on
the website, and we'll add you to our community Slack channel and get you guys to record What Does Beauty Mean to You.
Yeah. Oh my god, is the invite to me too?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
We want your face there.
Yes.
Seriously.
Okay.
And we'll love to have you on our live as well.
Yeah.
do it.
This is definitely a vibe.
It is a vibe.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Until I see you, follow me on Instagram. You guys know what to do. And I will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, you guys.